Hey guys, it's IlonkaSims here, and I am back with not quite a sweet build. So this one is the full furnishing of the family starter home that I built just the other day. In case you're watching this when it comes out. But yeah, as I said in that video, I really wanted to do a full furnishing of this build as well because it was kind of empty, but I did really like the look of the build, so I figured I'd give it a try and see what I could do to fully furnish it and try to stick to a sort of traditional kind of style. So yeah, if you don't care about like cheats and stuff, or you have a family that already has a lot of money, then maybe this is a better build for you than the build I used before. But we're starting here, as you can see, in the kitchen. Just using the Parenthood kitchen things because they are kind of really nice and they work very well for kind of a traditional, sort of traditional build. Um, Messing around with these counters because I wanted to have something there in the middle and I couldn't quite get it to be what I wanted it to be. Um, like the size, but then holding my Alt key and using move objects, I've been able to make it sort of work, I suppose. Um, just putting some small decorations around as well. I do really like this plate that came with the Parenthood pack as well. Again, it's like a thing that really only fits a traditional build, but it's kind of really neat. But yeah, just putting in some small decorations, a bin over there, and then we start here in the dining area, and I kind of wanted to put in a bigger table, but the dining room isn't that big, so I was kind of limited to what we have here. And I put a deck out here because I had more money to play with, so I could. And the lot itself is fairly big, so we'll end up having a really big backyard. So if you like your Sims playing outside, then definitely stay tuned for that later on. But yeah, just putting in this dining room, finding some plants, and that's my struggle when doing traditional builds. I feel like all the plants we have in the game are like very modern in a way, or at least like the 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 plant pots that they're in are like really modern, and there's not a lot of things that I think work very well for a more traditional build. So I always kind of get stuck with decorating, because I like having plants in my homes. Um, but yeah, this is a kids' playroom, as I said in the previous video as well. Only before I just had this toy box in it because we didn't have that much money to play around with, and this time we just put in all the stuff. Like there is a lot in here. You might want to edit it depending on what your sim kids want to do. I think in the end we'll have, the toy box, a bookcase. We have this thing where you can do things with the entire family. And then I think I put in like a drawing thingy as well. I'm not quite sure. I think so. But yeah, if you want, I don't know, like instead maybe like the puppet house or the things to play with, that came with the kids' room stuff pack instead, then it's easy enough to put those in. Or like a science table. Say you have a very sciencey kid, put in a science table. But I always go for very creative kind of things, so I put in all the creative kind of things more than anything else. But yeah, this house will end up having, like, it has three bedrooms. There's the parents' bedroom, there's one for a toddler, and then there's one that has twin girls in it. That's like semi closed off from each other, but not quite. What you'll see what that's like when we get to it. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty big home, and you should be able to put a couple Sims in here, and it shouldn't be too difficult to add other rooms in case you wanted to either. So here in the living room, I kind of wanted to go with the colors that we have here on the coffee table. Um, as you can see, I didn't change too much about the wall colors that we put in initially because I did like them and just making it more colorful and kind of dark but more colorful, so that was more important to me. But yeah, we stuck with the colors that kind of came with this coffee table, which I liked, and then I was trying to figure out what to do there for the TV. I cannot remember what I ended up doing. Probably not that. Um, I have no idea. Alright, I put a side table underneath it, which I think worked. I think it's a bit higher than you'd see most TVs being placed, but I liked it. Um, and again, plants, I just ended up putting in the more modern plants because I guess it works better, but yeah. And a light in the corner. I figured we have some extra space there. Let's put a light on the side table over there. Lots of plants, and I realized we needed a bookcase in the living room. So there's a bookcase. And then I think I put a chair over there in the corner. I considered putting in a couch, but maybe 2 chairs. I was kind of struggling figuring out what I wanted to put in there. For some reason, I wanted to put some light pink in there. I think I ended up putting like an ottoman in there that's light pink, but I don't know why. There must have been something that made me want to, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, see, there's a slight pinkish ottoman and a coat hanger because coat rack. I don't know, but because we needed something there, basically. Putting in another one of these lights from the vampire pack because they were pretty good, I think, for this particular build. And some lights on the walls. A different light in the kids' room because the kids' room is a lot more modern. Because that just kind of is the way it is. There's not really any traditional kids playing things in the game. I'm also stuttering today. I don't know why, but that's the thing. I don't like it. I'll try to stop. Yeah, this bathroom is kind of modern. You can see that I definitely struggle sticking to the traditional style that I said I was going with. But especially in bathrooms, it's just having a nice, clean, modern bathroom. It's just a lot more attractive, I guess. Yeah, the upstairs was a mess before, but it's okay. We can work with it now that we've got unlimited money again. So I put in this wallpaper from the vampire pack, which is absolutely stunning. And I wanted to mix and match it with some other things, but I couldn't get it to work properly. You can see that I wanted to put in some more color, but in the end I stick with just the grey wallpaper, which isn't ideal, I guess, but it worked anyways. And I just put some wooden floorboards in there because I prefer wooden floorboards. And just a fluffy carpet because fluffy carpets are really nice. I wouldn't say no to a fluffy carpet. Actually, I have a tiny fluffy carpet. It's a pain to clean. It's nice to have, but you don't want to have to clean it. That's kind of the main problem. Trying to figure out where I could put a dresser and stuff, and I sort of fit it in there. The style didn't quite fit what I was going for with the rest, but it worked. And then I just put some matching chairs over there in a corner. Oh no, I put in a couch. Oops. Yeah, I put in a tiny couch and a plant, I think. Or light. I don't know. Probably a plant. I like plants. Yeah, again, you can just see me pulling out plants like, what do I put in here? So I just end up putting in this really simple, almost fake looking plant. I don't know if it's supposed to be a real plant or a fake plant, but it doesn't look very real. And just some sunflowers on the wall. And then we do this bathroom. This one is more traditional. The other one I'll furnish will also be a lot more modern, but this one's definitely a bit more traditional. And it worked. I don't know why I always struggle with it so much because it obviously does work, but I don't know. I did put in just a simple modern toilet because that's just nicer, I think. And I think I end up changing the walls that they're all blue. Yeah, I like the blue walls better than the white walls. And a small little bathroom mat over there. And I think I do the toddler room next. Yeah. It's a very weirdly shaped room, as I'm sure some of you will have noticed by now. And then I remember to put in a toddler chair downstairs. That's a good thing. But yeah, it's a very weirdly shaped room, so I was struggling for a bit trying to figure out where to put things and how to put them in. We put in a fake like changing table, so that's the thing. And I stuck kind of with the same style that it was before, only this time it's properly fully furnished. So we have kind of like a night sky theme, I guess. That's the best way I can put it. And then I'm just putting some furniture together here for the bed. And what did I put at the end? Oh, I put a teddy bear at the end, like a really big one. I'm thinking, if you're like tiny, would that be like, oh yeah, it's a teddy bear, or would it be, oh my god, I'm terrified of this thing? Because I think I'd be kind of like, I'd like it, but I'd also be really, really afraid of it. But maybe that's just me. Like, it's kind of twice the size of any toddler, I think. I don't know. I haven't played with toddlers, but from the screenshots I've seen, they're kind of really tiny. So I don't know about these really big toys. But yeah, other than that, again, it's a really shaped room, and I wasn't too sure how to furnish it. I put in some drawings, maybe the big sisters of whoever. Like, it's fairly gender neutral, this room, I think. But you know, maybe the big sisters have drawn some sky drawings to go with the room. I don't know. It kind of works, I suppose. And yeah, this bathroom again, like I tried to go with the traditional style like I had, but then downstairs was like, the downstairs is really modern as well. Let's just go with modern up here as well. 'Cause why not? Just putting in simple, basic stuff, nothing too special. But I liked it. And then we have this room here. And as I said, I kind of wanted to make it so that you can... Like, it's obviously one room. We know this. But, like, supposedly, say you have twin girls, you know, maybe they want to sort of share a room, but also have their own space. And be able to have their own space. So I figured maybe blocking it off with a curtain like this is like the best solution. It means that the rooms are fairly small and cramped, but it works and I like it. Yeah, that's like, it was the best I could do. The dresses aren't much in terms of dresses, but they work. Did I end up going with these tables? Yes, I do, but in purple. I think I put them both in purple. But yeah, it actually works out pretty well. Again, it's a bit cramped, and maybe I shouldn't have put in the dividing place, because that just makes it feel a lot more cramped. But at the same time, I like the idea. It just kind of, it's just an idea that kind of came to me randomly at some point, and I wanted to stick with it because I did like it. But yeah, we have some toys here that kind of go in between this curtain. I should hope it still works. I don't know. I haven't actually tested it. And we put some butterflies here on each side, showing that, you know, it's connected but not quite connected. Some night lights, because I like the night lights for kids. I gave them both a diary, because I figured, why not? Some more toys. They both get their own teddy bear. I put some shelves on there to put some decorations on and some lights. Nothing too special, I don't think. And I'm realizing that I'm getting to the end of this video, and I'm pretty sure there's a part missing, so I will be right back. And with the magic of editing, I am back already. Yeah, I noticed that there was a part of the build missing because we didn't finish the outside yet, and like, that definitely happened, but the video wasn't in my video editor. But I fixed it because I still had the file. Basically, I managed to mess up between this build and like the starter version of this build, and I put files into folders, and it got messy. That's what happens when you work with one build for 2 videos, I guess. But yeah, for now, I'm just finishing off this little area up here. I figured we did kind of need to put something in the hallway because it's really empty, and I don't like it. Like, I don't know what to put in like these kind of hallway areas usually. And maybe it would make more sense if it was empty. Possibly. I don't know. But I felt like putting something in there. So there's basically just a bit of a reading nook up there. Because reasons. To be fair, I imagine that if you have like 3 kids running around in the house, having an extra space where you can just sit down and read is probably kind of nice. But yeah, as I said, we had to do the outside still. So we're doing this little bit on the deck here, which is just like a barbecue dining area. Outdoor dining, possibly barbecue, possibly not. Changing some of these pillars because the ones I used before aren't necessarily my favorite ones, but they worked. And then I put in some of these not railings. They're like wall decal thingies. I don't know what else to call them, but I put some of those in because I think I forgot with like the startup build version of it. I don't know if it costs any money, so it might be good that I forgot, but I don't know. And as you can see, I tried to go with sort of a traditional thing outside as well, and then I went, I don't like it. Let's just go with something more modern. So I used the backyard stuff pack. I think that's the one. I don't know. We've had too many like outdoor stuff packs. I can't keep them apart anymore. It's kind of the same with all the kids/toddler kind of stuff packs. Between the update and like 2 or 3 packs, I just don't know anymore. But yeah, the outside here, we put in lots of decorations. We put in, a fence, this kind of area that I've been building in New Quest, I think. I've made a point of putting fences around backyards because I don't usually do that. But, I stuck with that for this build. Put a fence around and just basically went into the outdoor activities thing and decided what I wanted to put in and whatnot. I wasn't too sure about this water slide, but it's huge and there's like only so many places that usually you can put it in. Like most of my builds it doesn't fit, so I figured this time it does fit. We have like 3 kids in this house. Let's put it in. Why not? I didn't feel like a pool would be right for this build, so I figured, a water slide could be really nice. It's eternal summer in The Sims. Why not? I really hope we'll get a seasons pack soon, but expansion packs in The Sims 4 don't seem to be much of a thing. I'm getting really frustrated with it because it's like expansion packs have been so great throughout the years, and now it's just like the game's been out for almost 3 years and I've got 3 expansion packs. And there's like no sign of a new one coming yet, so I don't know. Slightly disappointing. But for now, we have Eternal Summer, so a water slide would be nice. But yeah, I have so many of these outdoor activities in here. We put a little pond in the front yard because we needed something there. But we've got lots of outdoor activities in case, your Sims like being outside. It should be a really nice place in case you have a lot of people over as well. Messing around with this pond for some reason. And just putting in landscaping, basically, to finish off this backyard area. Lots of activities for your kids as well as just some things for your adults to do. Moving the planter boxes so they don't obstruct the gate that we have. Just putting in some lights, making sure it's not too dark, and we are here already in the screenshots. So if you want to download this, there will be a link down in the description. There will be a annotation thingy at the end if you want to see the starter version of this build. And let me know what you want to see me build next. Basically. Yeah. So that's it for me. I'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys.